Okay. Hello. Hi. I'm back. Happy Friday. Happy Friday for me. I got off work today and I was like, "Oh, I should stream." And then I got home and I sat down and I was like, "I need to nap." So that took priority. A little bit of nap, a little bit of dinner. I got some coffee here. My friend we had a weird discussion. This was a couple days ago. He was asking me about raisins. And I think raisins are like acceptable. I think they're a good snack. I don't think they're like a great snack, but they're like, they're okay. They're edible. I'm never gonna be like, oh man, I really have the craving for raisins. But if raisins are in things, I'm pretty happy. I don't think they don't detract. Raisins do not detract. And my friend, of course, is kind of a little bit of a gun nut, a little bit of prepper. Nah, not prepper. He's just lazy. And he gave me a package from an MRE of government issued raisins. Ingredients: raisin, glycerin, sunflower oil. I gotta say, these raisins are pretty good. They're better than the usual raisins. Because I have a bag of sun-kissed raisins in the back, and they're a little bit dry. I always noticed that, like, kind of growing up, the raisins in the little boxes, those are dry. The ones in the bags, less dry, still dry. I mean, it's a dried fruit. But these, I guess, it's kind of because of the oil that's on them. The sunflower oil really softens them up, and they're actually quite pleasant. They're actually pretty nice. And got my cup of coffee here. And because I just woke up, it's kind of been a long day for me. I just went back and looked. 49ers beat the Bears, right? Sunday night game. 42-38, so that was an ugly game for our defense. But you know what? We managed to pull through, and if we get a win next week, I think that's number one seed. Question mark. It's still in the works, but it could be a thing. So I decided, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to. What do I want to do today? I want to play a little bit of Skyrim. I was thinking about doing Alone in the Dark, the Inferno 2008 game. And honestly, I don't think I was really in the mood for that. I was like, I want to be fresh. I want to be fresh for that. I want something cozy right now. So we're gonna hop back into Skyrim. I of course I have my PlayStation 3 set up to my CRT. Now the HDMI is still there. Okay, the HDMI is still hooked up on the back, and I could just switch over the capture. 30 seconds. But I kind of want to do it like this, at least for a stream, just kind of get the novelty out of the way. Um, I think it's kind of funny, and I quite like it. I quite like having Skyrim in 4x3, which I last time I played Skyrim, it was in 4x3. It did work. Bronco Sniper, hello, hello, good evening. This game saves automatically. Yes, yes. Happy Sunday, happy Friday for me. I wonder if Skyrim is gonna run better with lower resolution. From the water, turn on the fish. There we go. Giga back, hello. Um, I see you. We won. Yes, yes, we won the Sunday night game. I don't have cable. I don't have cable, so I never get to watch the game live. I mean, I could bootleg it, but I got off work. I took a nap. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago, so I'll probably watch the highlights tomorrow. But yeah, now we are. I believe we are in striking distance of the number one seed. But to be honest, I don't really, I don't really care for them to. I know they could win next week. Against the Seahawks, right? But even if we lose, even if we like just phone it in, I'd be okay with that. I'd be 100% okay with coasting into the playoffs. Yeah, I think keeping, I don't know, it feels very weird saying that, but I think keeping the team motivated is a lot more important than actually doing well every single game.
The vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
And now you want to come running to safety with the Dawn Guard, is that it? I remember Keeper Carset telling me repeatedly that Fort Dawn Guard is a crumbling ruin, not worth the expense.
Okay, audio looks decent.
And now that you've stirred up the vampires against you, you come begging for my protection.
Isram, Carset is dead. The Hall of the Vigilance, everyone, they're all dead. You were right.
Oh
we
man,
were
these
wrong.
subtitles are very
Isn't that
tiny.
enough for you?
Yes, well, I never wanted any of this to happen.
You said you're
I
a
tried
49ers
doing
fan.
all
I'll wait
this.
for the ad to end before answering that.
Sorry, you know. So who are you? What do you want?
I'm looking for vampire
You
hunters.
heard right. I'm glad word's finally starting to get around. But that means it won't be long before the vampires start to take notice as well.
Okay, there we go. I think the ads are over there. Sorry about that. A Niners fan and a Rockies fan. Are you a Nuggets and an Avalanche fan? Yes. Yes, I am. Growing up, I was born San Jose. My dad is a Niners. Boom. Niners. Great. My mom is a Cowboys fan. I love you, Mom, but, we're never going to agree on that. And then Nuggets and Avalanche. I got into basketball and hockey very recently. I'm not huge into those sports, mostly because for the last 3 years or so, of course, if you're a Broncos fan, you probably live in the Denver area. The altitude sports debacle, where you couldn't even watch the games on TV. The blackouts, and I was like, oh, the teams that I actually want to watch are not available. And then I watched the NBA. Quite frankly, I like the Nuggets. I don't like basketball. Too many people flop. And the referees are too soft on offensive penalties. I don't want to see people flopping for fouls like soccer. I think that's really distasteful. But at the same time, the way they're letting the players play the game, where they're just charging into defenders, and it's not being called, I think is ridiculous. So I have problems with basketball on both sides, ref side and player side. Avalanche, I love the Avalanche. I think they're quite good. I'm glad Landeskog is back. I went to see one of the games last year when they were against the what was it, Hurricanes? I believe it was the Hurricanes. And I'd like to go in again this year. Although I always wear the vintage stuff. I always wear the Nordiques gear.
Well, ready to join the fight against the damn vampires?
Yeah. I'll
I need someone
kill
out in the
whatever
field taking
vampires
the
you got.
Fight to the damn vampires, while we're getting the fort back into shape. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. Tolan, tell him about, what was it? Dim Hollow.
He really went into timeout. He just walked all the way to the corner.
Brother Adelwald was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isram. He was at the hall when it was attacked.
Now, growing up, I used to live in El Paso.
Go see what the vampire
Sylvester, hello. Hello, how are you? I used to live in El Paso, Texas, and we used to have a minor league team there, I believe.
Take a crossbow. Good for taking out those fiends.
And unfortunately, they ended up closing down the team. I think they moved them somewhere else. So I just when I moved to Denver, I was like, oh, I'll just be a Denver fan.
I'll meet you at Dim Hollow. It's the least I can do to avenge.
Basketball and
my
baseball, you don't follow
fallen
them consistently.
Tolan, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
Never trained
I
for-
know what you
I
think.
also have
You
a.
think we're soft, that we're cowards.
I don't
You
like
think
watching
our
sports
deaths
every day.
proved our weakness.
I think the NFL is beautiful because it's Sunday. I can catch up on all the games the whole week. Perfect. And this time of year really pisses me off because I hate it that there's a game on Thursday, there's a game on Saturday, there's a game on Sunday, there's a game on Monday night, and I'm just like,
My name is Agmir, sir.
come on, dude. I like NFL because it's easy to follow. One day a week, pay attention, and you're caught up. You know?
Yes, sir. Isran.
But yeah, like basketball, baseball, hockey. Man, there's games like every other day. There's games every other day, and they're really hard to follow. And each game is much less meaningful. So you're like, oh, you know, the Nuggets are against, I don't know who sucks right now. The Clippers. Yeah, you're whatever. You know, I'm not even gonna watch. And then the Rockies are so bad, I don't even watch the Rockies. Well, the map looks pretty cute in 4x3. So this is kind of a misleading marker, even though the crypt faces this side of the mountain, faces the west. You need to approach it from the east. There's just so many games. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think having less games that are more meaningful is pretty nice. And especially with like basketball, you're a Thunder fan and a Dodgers fan. I see. You know, I'm glad baseball, Major League Baseball has a great thing that they do where when you declare a player injured, they have to stay injured for the declared time. Right? It's not like basketball, and here's another basketball complaint, where it's like, oh, we are going to bench our best player because he needs rest, because we're facing a bad team. And I think that's bullshit. I think as a fan, you know, maybe your favorite team is in town, you want to go see your favorite team. I want to see, you know, LeBron or some, you know, someone famous, and then your team's not that great, but you know, you're there for the game. I want to see LeBron. And then they bench him because he's tired. And I'm like, that's a bunch of crap. Are you kidding me? You know, if a player is on the team, they need to play, right? And MLB is great for it, because they had a crackdown on that. They were like, all right, these people are just benching their players. They're not playing the game. If you declare a player injured, they need to stay injured for the set amount of days. Yeah. OKC fan. Although, yeah, I mean, to be honest, basketball's not really my favorite sport. I do watch it, but man, modern basketball is just really rough to watch. We're in the Hall of the Vigilance, and all the Vigilants are dead. You know, I try to get into other sports as well. I do watch a little bit of Rapids, Colorado Rapids. But I just think soccer is really rough to get into. I mean, it is good for MLS, Major League Soccer. Because if you have Apple TV, I think you just get all the games, which is really nice. But, you know, trying to watch like international games, oh, it's a nightmare. Playing soccer is fun, watching it's boring. I'm Mexican, so I watch soccer. I think it's okay. If I can watch the whole game, I'm okay. I like it. There's a lot of fond memories of me growing up. I remember one time I went to my uncle's house. He owns a tire shop. And Mexico was qualifying for the World Cup. And, you know, he's working at the tire shop and the game started. And he just closed the business. He just closed the business to watch the game in the bays. Oh, if they didn't move to OKC? Yeah, I mean, it's important to have loyalty. It's important to have loyalty. But I remember this guy showed up in the middle of the game, and he was like, hey, man, I got a flat tire. Can you fix my tire? And my uncle was like, nah, we're going to be open again in about 2 hours. I'll see you later. And he was like, yeah, there's another tire shop down the road. We're busy.
These vigilants never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall.
To come in here alone. A fool like all the rest of them. You don't need to escape.
Who is she talking to? Ah, there you are. Was there a flicker? Ooh, there was a flicker. I don't know why that single frame flashed on the screen. Yeah, I really hate seeing teams move around. Because my uncle, God bless his heart, he's a Raiders fan. Oh, he's a Raiders fan. Back when they were the LA Raiders. And then they went to Oakland, and he's got a tattoo across his chest, Oakland Raiders. And then they moved to Las Vegas, and I feel a little bad for him. You know. Repping the Broncos. They're a pretty good team. I mean, there's very few NFL teams that I don't respect. Teams that I don't like at all. Cleveland Browns. I think the Browns suck. I think they're gonna stay sucking. The Redskins, the Commanders. Ah, what a crap team as well. Since the Orton days. Oh, we do a lot of damage now. Yeah, that's a good time to pick up. Is my UI cut off? It is a little bit cut off. Actually on my CRT, I'm actually seeing less screen than I am on my capture. So on my TV, the left edge of my screen is touching the D in Draugr Deathlord. But on the capture, it's actually capturing the whole thing across. You know, that's because CRTs always have a safe area. I'll probably go back to regular for next stream. HDMI capture. But I do think this was a neat gimmick. I might pull this out again for a few things. Right. Yeah, well, in Oklahoma, you're in a weird place. But I've noticed that most everyone, even in Kansas, once you go into like proper Plains, Kansas, a lot of Denver fans. Probably because of TV rights. I think that's what it came down to. Oh, cut your head off. You know, killing these vampires reminds me, I've been playing, I was watching Twilight. And I guess vampires don't burn in the sun the way they do in other media. Dragon plate helmet. Wow, you can just find that. Kind of crazy. But I guess in Twilight, if you rip them apart, they die.
No more! I yield!
Denver's about the second or third closest NFL team. Yeah. You know, and this is gonna sound a little bit dumb. I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs have a good color scheme. I think the red and the yellows, I think it kind of hurts my eyes. You know, and it's gonna sound dumb, but I think a lot of casual fans go off of color. And blue and orange looks good. And red and yellow doesn't look good. You know. Same thing like the Steelers. Black and yellow? I mean, shit. How do you beat that? They just look good.
Stronger than any suffering you can inflict on me.
I believe you, Vigilant. And I don't think you even know what you found here. So go and meet your beloved Stendar.
Are you sure that was wise, Lokio? He still might have told us something. There's something out there.
Oh no. I've been detected. There we go. Yeah, you know, in my office, we used to do a fantasy football pool. But honestly, it's just too much work.
Is someone there?
Oh, there's a vampire.
Time to end this little game.
Oh, the logos? Yeah, some of the logos are great. I think the logos for Classic Broncos is great. Classic Patriots, good logo. Man, you know who has a really shitty logo? Is I'm shitting on them again. The Browns. Oh, let me touch this. Oh, my hand. Just walk it off. Just walk it off, Skyrim man. Yeah, I'm pretty isolated from my family, so usually most of my family is in Texas and they're Cowboys fans, and I just make fun of them for it. Yes, how do we summon this vampire? Oh, we rearranged the furniture. Wonderful. The current logo is good. I'm waiting for the official Blucifer logo. When they summon Blucifer, then I think the Broncos will be a better team. Oh, there she is. My next ex-wife.
Who sent you here?
Oh, you have a lot of widespread family? Pretty good. Pretty good. We all live in the West. Let's see. Isran sent me.
I don't know who that is. Is he like me?
I'm not answering that. What do you mean by like you?
Can't you tell just from looking at me? A vampire.
Lady, it's 2025. I'm not making judgments.
That's complicated. And I'm not totally sure if I can trust you. But if you want to know the whole story, help me get back to my family's home. family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude.
As far as teams moving,
By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you.
gives people motivation to go to Vegas. I see. Yeah, right. The Chiefs are moving to the new stadium across the river, so they'll be in a different state. And they're also leaving Missouri with a bunch of nonsense to demolish the stadium. That's true. Serrano's a vampire, you know that. Well, Psycho, we're, you know, it's 2025. I'm not, she's gonna be like, you know, what do you mean, you people? I'm not, no, we're not making judgments like that. The Broncos are planning to build a new stadium. Yes, right next to the 10th and Osage station on the old rail yard, which I think will be a great upgrade because the current stadium, while I think it's a great stadium and I love outdoor stadiums, I think the parking around it sucks. Although I guess that's true for every stadium.
Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks pretty different from when I was locked away.
Oh, is that an Elder Scroll? I have one too.
Yes, it is. And it's mine.
Why? Why do you have an Elder Scroll?
It's complicated. I can't really talk about it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we have a new follower, Serana. And I quite like her. I mean, you know, I like followers in games that are chatty. And Serana has great voice lines. I think, Cassidy in Fallout New Vegas is one of the best followers because she's very yappy. So much so that they had to nerf her and make her talk less. Yeah, I mean, really, I heard talks that they were thinking about making the stadium off of 61st out there near Tower Road, almost at the airport. And, you know, I guess that would work. That's like suburban hell, though, and it would just make the traffic at the airport so much worse.
This feels like the right way. I was starting to worry.
Thank you, Serana. And I think keeping the stadium downtown is really important, you know? Just like how they're building that women's soccer stadium at the south end of Broadway, I think that's also really important. Because, like, look at Coors Field. Coors Field revitalized downtown Denver when they built it in '93. Really nice stadium, really beautiful area, great bar culture. You know. Doc, hello? Scrim? Hi. Doc, what did you think of the Hellraiser movie? Hellraiser 6, Hellseeker. That guy had $9 on him.
Who's there?
Yes, I still live in Denver. You weren't there for the first part? I mean, you didn't miss anything, Doc. You didn't miss anything. That movie is like the quality of a TV movie.
Where'd you come from? Who's there?
The only part of that movie that like really stuck with me was the part. What the fuck? Oh, it's you. A Death Overlord. Bonk. If I remember correctly, they started doing, so Hellraiser 1 and 2, I believe, were directly involved with Clive Barker. Right? Clive Barker is the English playwright who wrote the books. I actually own, one of his compilation books of his short stories. and it's called The Books of Blood, right? And yes, Hellraiser was based off of a book, a short novella, a small book called The Hellbound Heart. And it's basically the plot of the first movie, roughly.
Does the air feel heavy down here?
Right? A little,
I'm a little
roughly.
woozy, but it might just be from waking up.
If you like horror, I would recommend getting Clive Barker's Books of Blood. His short story Midnight Meat Train is also pretty good. Yeah, after the first two movies, I believe it was Lionsgate? No, New Line Cinema? They kept making movies to keep the rights, even though Clive Barker started having disagreements with the studio. And I think only last year did Clive Barker actually get the rights back to his movies. Oh, you don't like going to Aurora? You don't like going to Saudi Aurora? No, that's not the problem. I think a sports team should be in downtown. That's how it should be. Commerce City's worse. Yeah, I mean the only reason to go to Commerce City is going for the flea market or the Dick's Stadium, you know. How do I open this? Oh, here we go.
Is everything all right here?
Yeah, and so Hellraiser took a very steep dive. Hellraiser 1 and 2 are very good. They're worth watching. Hellraiser 3, I think, is the one where Hellraiser goes to space. It's quite the story, because it follows the descendants of the person who interacted with the Lament configuration. I remember Hellraiser 4 was really bad. I don't remember anything about it. Hellraiser 5
So good to breathe again.
is actually a direct-to-video movie,
This weather, it's better than the cave.
and Hellraiser 5 was actually a script set in Denver by a Denver director. And he is also the person who wrote, he directed Black Phone and one of the co-directors for Exorcism of Emily Rose. So even though he started with a direct-to-video movie for his director debut, Hellraiser 5 was actually pretty decent. Lone Tree is safe. Lone Tree is too much traffic. Too much traffic in Lone Tree. And so Hellraiser 5 was released direct to video. Brazilian, hello. Hello, welcome to 480i Skyrim. Yeah, Hellraiser 5 direct to video, and oddly enough, more successful than the previous movie. Hellraiser 6 doc that we watched today was it was that at that point they started getting different scripts and adapting it to be a Hellraiser movie instead of it being a Hellraiser original movie, which I think makes for a much stronger story overall. You double checked and made sure there are 12 movies. Yes, there are a lot of them. When people say they love bad horror movies, I ask them, "What's your favorite Hellraiser movie?" And oh boy, that really filters out a lot of fans. But living in those areas, you're skeptical? No, living in Commerce City is fine. You just got to get used to music at night. When I lived in Aurora, oh man, you can't get any sleep Friday or Saturday night because people were just partying during the street. You know, playing loud music, and the cops would never go out and do anything. You're a big fan of the Friday the 13th movies? Yeah, I gotta play the rest of them. We stopped at Friday the 13th Part 3, so I think next time I get a good day for it, we'll probably do Well, maybe I'll do it on New Year's. Well, I'll see how busy I am. Gotta do 4, 5, and 6, which are definitely the best of the movies. We need to make it to Jason X. We've already watched it. We did already watch it. But it's worth watching twice. I'll tell you that.
So what's your story? I'm a true Nord. Simple as
Whoa, these are racists? There we go. 5 and 6 were the ones with the psychic gift. Ooh, I think that was 4. Friday 13th Part 4 was the one with the little kid. And then the woman, like, wears the mom's sweater to tell Jason to go back to sleep. That was 4. And then in 5, it wasn't Jason, it was a copycat. And then 6 was the one where Jason gets resurrected by lightning. And that was the one that introduced Tommy Jarvis. In 4. Yeah, 4 had Tommy Jarvis. I'm trying to think of the one with the psychic link. The psychic girl. Psychic girl. Seven. 7. I think 7's probably the one that I watched the least. Because 6 was the good one. 7 I don't remember much of. 8 was the one where they're on the boat that goes to Manhattan. And then 9 was the one where Jason turns into a worm. And then 10 is Jason goes to space. So yeah, probably 7 in there.
That's it, out there to the north. We used to keep a boat around here to get there and back.
Oh, you have such a nice house. You see, we're going vampire. We're gonna go vampire. Actually, you make the decision here up ahead. We're still not there yet. But honestly, since we glitched out to max level, and we have good conjuration, destruction, restoration, I think going vampire is more interesting. That is true. Doug Valley is in Centennial. Yes. Yes.
Hey, so, before we go in there...
Are you alright?
Fine, don't worry about it. When we get in, you won't have to babysit me anymore.
Oh, I pressed the sassy option by accident.
Open the gate.
Well, I'm not your daddy, Serrana. Get in there.
I watched the gate. Ain't much else to tell.
Horns a poppin'. It's in Highlands Ranch. Ooh. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the south side of town, mostly because of the traffic. Oh, the tech center traffic. You're either coming in on 25, that's jammed up, or you're coming in on Santa Fe. I just wish there were better ways to get around town over there. You know, I guess you could use Parker Road. Ugh. Oh, what a nightmare. But I guess if you're going to a place right on the freeway, it's not bad.
Do you need something?
Wait, Serrana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes.
Yeah, Dawn Guard. Well, I like the Dawn Guard armor. I think it looks very nice.
My lord, everyone!
I like the
Serana
crossbows,
has
even though
returned.
I made a personal
Can't believe it.
commitment where I said I am not going to use bows in this playthrough. I am not going to be a stealth archer.
My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course,
She
I
has
am
the
delighted
scroll.
to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike.
Yeah,
Now,
resisting
tell me,
the
who
stealth
is
archer.
this stranger
You actually
brought
have to
into
resist
our
it.
home?
Yes. Because it's too
This
easy.
is my savior.
Too easy to
One
fall
who
into the
freed
trap.
me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name?
Ooh, my name? My name is Arctic.
I am Harkon, Lord of this court.
I like how he walks here.
By now, my daughter would have told you what we are.
He's not walking.
Not just vampires.
He should... I'm
We
pretty sure
are
he's supposed to
among
have a
the
walking
most
animation where he walks side to
powerful
side.
Vampires in Skyrim. For
There he goes.
centuries
Oh,
we
he's walking.
lived here, far from the cares
Oh,
of
he's
the
pacing.
world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most.
Your first character was a stealth archer Dunmer? My first character was a Khajiit. Because I never played Elder Scrolls. This was my first Elder Scrolls, and I remember I was like, wow, they get bonus fist damage. I feel like that'll be useful. Because I was thinking, I don't know what I had in my head. I thought that weapons had durability or something, and I would have to use my fists sometimes. And I was like, oh, it'd be really useful if my weapon breaks. And then I started playing the game, and I was like, oh, that's not a thing. Whoops. That was a cat. What happens now?
You have done me a great service, and now you must be rewarded. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach, and you will never fear death again.
Yeah, well, Castle Rock seceded from RTD back in 2004, I believe. They felt that they were being taxed without getting service, even though they are in suburban hell. So, now it's full of rich suburbians. The Dunmer looked cool, and you choose Breton or Imperial. I mean, the meta choice is either Nord for the Frost Resist, or Altmer, because if you were, the Altmer is tallest, right? They are 10% taller than average, and that means they do more damage and they move faster, for some reason. I'm a werewolf.
Yes, I can smell it on you. The power of my blood will purge that filth and make you whole again.
They're taller, so they're better. Actually, yes. Factual. And what if I want to stay a werewolf?
I will banish you from this castle. I will spare your life this once, but after that, you are prey. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice.
And we said we were going vampire. We're gonna go vampire.
Be still.
It used to be so cool. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Popcorn shops. A lot of popcorn shops. I don't know why I put us in third person there.
Awake at last. Good. The power is growing within you, and now you must learn to wield it. With my guidance, you will become a deadly instrument, striking terror into the hearts.
You know,
of
but I'm okay with
mortals
this
wherever you
right
tread.
now, because I'm like,
Now listen
you
to
know,
my words and do as I instruct.
been a little bit since I did Vampire
The true
Lord.
power of the ancient blood is found in the form of the Vampire Lord. Assume the mantle of the Vampire Lord, and we will continue.
Okay, so in this part, it's under powers. Okay, and I always thought this was a little bit janky, right? Where you have to like equip it, and then it's like a shout. A shout.
Use the
There you go.
power of the ancient blood to transform into a vampire.
There we go.
In this form, you can drain the life from your foes with your right hand. With your left hand, you can wield the power of blood magic to raise the dead. You can also call upon the powers of night to turn into a
You know,
swarm
I've
of
always looked at
bats
this type
to
of
appear
vampire
some distance away.
with the skinny
Should you run
skinny
out
chicken
of
wings,
magicka, you can descend
and
to
it
the
reminds me
ground
of
and fight as the beasts do. Do so.
what were those
now,
Kate
and we
Beckinsale
will
movies?
continue.
Underworld? Underworld had that. Press L3.
Good. You are weaker while on the ground because you cannot access the blood magic. However, the night powers are still yours to command, and your claws are still formidable weapons. Over time, your powers will grow in strength, and you will find new ways to use your gifts.
Oh right. Perk tree. Okay, so this one we need to use the right-handed attack. Celine from Underworld? Yeah. Yeah, she was hot. She was, I mean, and they had the neo-goth, like the latex and the trench coats. That was really cool. I loved how everyone looked in that movie. Those were good until the first three? The first three were pretty good. Washington, you can't stand their name change. Honestly, I understand the need for the change. You know, calling them the Redskins is kind of, I was like, okay, you know, sure. If we're gonna move on from that, we should change the name. But I thought it was cooler. I thought it was cooler when they didn't have a name. I thought calling them the Washington football team was really cool. And then they just kind of, they were like, oh, we need to be marketable. We're going to be called the Commanders. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. That's so stupid. You found all the DVDs? Ooh. Ooh, I don't think I have the DVDs. I think my dad owns them. My dad's a bigger fan of that than I am. So we got to get some kills. We'll probably go and kill a bunch of people to upgrade this, just for fun. I guess.
There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the vampire, few enemies will be able to stand against you. I have kept my bargain. Now I expect you to keep it. There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men with your life drain grants you new night powers and blood magic. I keep a stable of thralls in the castle should you need to feed like the baser vampires to stave off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. I have a task that will test your new powers. But first, do you have any questions?
Give me your task.
Good. Go and speak to Garen Marethi. Tell him it is time. He will understand.
Cleveland Guardians sound good. Oh, we need to change back. How do we change back? Oh, right. Can't do that. And it's under favorites. Revert form, right? Come on. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they do when we eventually get new expansion teams. I'm sure that the NFL is looking to expand. And we will see what they do when they do expand.
Hello there. Hello there.
Hello there.
Lord Hearken, remember your place. Now, what is our Lord's wish? Well, well. He wants the chalice, then. You've heard of the Bloodstone Chalice?
No. I've never heard of a thing called a Bloodstone Chalice, my dude. I just became a vampire 20 minutes ago.
It is a rather well-kept secret. The chalice has been in Lord Hearken's possession for quite some time now. It is, when used properly, able to increase the potency of our powers. He has neglected using it for ages. If he wants it filled now, then grander things.
It's possible, and the expanding doesn't surprise you.
Follow me.
Yeah, I think they're in a place where they're starting to
Lord Hearken
take
never cared
foreign
to
markets
use the
seriously.
chalice, relying on his more than adequate powers
And
until
honestly,
now. This is an intriguing
it would be a
change.
nice
Excuse
thing.
us. I need to fetch the Bloodstone Chalice.
The chalice? Why? What are you up to?
I hope they don't
Lord
do
Hearken's orders
European
will be
teams right off the
calm
bat,
yourself. Our
because if
friend
they do
here has
European
been ordered
teams,
to fill the chalice.
the travel is going to be god awful.
Really?
Indeed. He's off to Redwater Den.
Well then, best of luck to you.
Vengalmo and Orthiolf are Hearken's primary advisors. I'm sure they're quite surprised to learn that you're taking the chalice. And here we are. Now, this chalice needs to be filled directly from the blood spring that is the source of Redwater Den. But that's not enough. Once that's done, the blood of a powerful vampire needs to be added to it. Keep in mind that Redwater Den has fallen into, well, let's just say less reputable members of society now dwell there. It's your choice whether to attempt to deal with them or force your way through. Hurry back. You don't want to keep Lord Hearken waiting.
Yeah, they have their perks. You hit how they're in the morning? I like them in the morning, to be honest. I think it's kind of nice. But I think they need to distribute them fairly among the teams. Because so far the 49ers have been fairly lucky and been getting Mexico City games. Meanwhile, I think the Broncos got a freaking London game, which is 8 hours out of the time zone. And then I know some teams have gotten the Germany games, and I'm like, oh, I could not imagine an 8-hour time swing. You know, week to week. That's brutal. Okay, so we're off to Redwater Den. Let's start over here at Treva's Watch, and we'll walk that way. Well, yeah, you know, Tom's Watch Bar, at least for soccer, there's a place on Colfax, on East Colfax, called The Abbey. The Abbey. And even though it's in Denver, it is a Liverpool bar. And they are open early morning for every Liverpool soccer game. And I'm sure they'll do sports. Whatever's on, they'll probably play it. But you just need to find the bars that cater to that. This is the patch to the current state of OG Skyrim or patch to the release of the DLCs. No, this is current patch. This is current patch, version 1.09, and both DLCs installed. Unfortunately, on PlayStation, through legitimate means, you cannot you cannot patch to certain patches. You can only go no patch or current patch. Carl Mecklenburg. Ooh.
Need something? Need something?
Oh, these are the guys I helped. Oh, these are the guys I helped. We can fix that. One thing I do like about the Vampire Lord is the sprint feels faster. He came into the NFL the same year. You know, one of my at work, one of my coworkers, his name is Hugh Lindsay. And he's the uncle of the free agent Philip Lindsay, who is, I don't think he's on the Broncos anymore, but it was kind of cool that one of the Broncos players' families was on our team, on our at our one of our coworkers. That was weird. It's like I couldn't... like I was getting stunned or something. Yeah, Lindsay has his own show now, right? Yep. And let's revert. Wrong button. There we go. Yeah, I mean, Lindsay only lasted like one year. Was it 1 year or 2? I know he was gone fairly quick, which is kind of a shame because I thought he was better than that. But you know how Broncos are with undrafted free agents. Ooh, football teams really don't like them unless you're a kicker. If you are a kicker, you're pretty safe. 3 year. Well, that's about average then. Wait, 3 years with the Broncos? I thought he got traded at the end there.
Hold it. Head on in and behave yourself. You're mine.
Behave this, dude. Mr. Doorman. That's a Kojima name. So we aren't going to get the free skooma? No, we're not. We're not going to skooma it up.
Never should have come here.
Never should have come here. Oh right, we have the infinite lockpick. Look at that. There's our free skooma right there. Who's shooting that shit at me? Oh! Oh, I was about to say I could just do this. Yeah, they look like they're having a great time. Vampire Lord perk. There you go. There we go. More health and stamina. Cost less. Blood magic. Which ones are the best ones? Gargoyle, paralyzed. What are the center ones? Cost less. Regen, melee, poison. Surrounded by a cloud of bats. Yeah, telekinesis grab, but I don't think I'm gonna be using the grab though. I think we'll get this bread and butter one. That's probably better. Have I ever met any players? No. No, I don't believe so. My dad has. Wait, I'm too tall? I can't fit through this door. Sigh. Sigh, we have to change. No, unfortunately I live in, I live in Denver, so I don't really have a chance to meet... I don't have a chance to meet very many 49ers players. My dad has met Frank Gore once. And, you know what he says about Frank Gore? He says he was very loud. Is someone there? Marvin Mims and Bo Nix. Yeah, I feel like if you go to more events and stuff, it's easy to see them. Unfortunately, you know, I don't really feel a lot of value going to Broncos games because we only get to see the 49ers in the preseason. So it's like why even bother, you know? Oh yeah, training camp. No, I like football. I like football. I'm not going to training camp. That's a little too far for me. Oh look, this vampire was actually in a coffin. That's cute. Yeah, just like one of my coworkers, she's a huge Rockies fan. She's a huge Rockies fan. And she actually flies out every April to Arizona to go to spring training for the Rockies in Arizona. And I'm like, you know, good. I tell her, good for you. I'm not watching training camp. I'm not, you know. I want to see real games, real things that matter. Although it would be cool if you could if they actually had bleachers. I don't think does Doug Valley have it has that hill. I think it has some bleachers now. Yeah. But they are not comfortable at all.
So why don't you just drink the blood from the spring? I mean, that seems easier than running a skooma den.
The boss said it's some sort of profane spring. It looks like blood, but it's not the real thing. Drinking it gives... What was that?
Did you hear something?
Is this guy seriously running?
I heard something.
Yeah, keep those dogs in there. Going down? Has some bleachers now, but there's some construction. Oh, I see. So they're gonna upgrade it. Well, that's good. If they're gonna stay there, yeah, it should get upgraded. Ultimate healing. Ah. Ah, it's just a big loop. I see. Okay, there we go. We're back. You'd go to training camp for, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not saying it wouldn't be a nice experience, but like for taking a day off, for having to drive all the way out there, meh, you know, like it'd be cool. It'd be cool, but you're upstairs, I see.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
Let's see. Let's see. I notice I'm having a harder time navigating with my narrow FOV. But I think that's just a symptom of me being clumsy. And also it's kind of I'm a little bit tired. Little, you know, I did wake up at 4 in the morning today. Walk past all those traps. There we go.
Come on!
Love it. What do we got in the good chest? $17. Wow. What a steal. Extreme alteration armor. You know, when I first played Skyrim, I didn't understand how the...
Here we go!
I didn't understand how it was supposed to work, to be honest. I was making enchantments, and you know, when you first make enchantments in Skyrim, they're very weak. Very, very weak. And I was like, am I messing things up? I feel like I should have better enchantments. And then for a while I had the idea of like, maybe I need to disenchant a strong enchantment to put a strong enchantment on something else. And I didn't realize it was scaling with level, because this game doesn't really clearly tell you that they're scaling. Oh yeah, signings. Signings are cool. I know when I went to All Seas, you know, they do like trading cards and stuff. Every now and then you'll see like certain sports players get in there.
It's really too bad, you know. The little accident you had here. Completely unexpected.
Well, well.
Oh, cut her head off. Amulet of Zenithar. First time we've seen that all game. Yeah, if you go to conventions, you go to trading card stuff, you'll see some professional players there. Mm-hmm. Oh, putting my feet up here. Look at that. That Nordic ruin opened itself. Oh, so we might do some of the feeding on the humans, specifically to get our powers weaker. Because I do not like how it affects your health regeneration when you're in the sun. Now I think we have enough perks where we can still regen, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. Your vampire blood boils in the sunlight. Yep. That's exactly what I was worried about. Oh, they host watch parties? I see. I see. You know, I guess it's not real. Maybe it's a thing here. But I know that whenever you're a fan of a sports team from a foreign city, you can also, you can go to like local chapters of fan clubs, and they'll usually have like weekly bar meetups where they'll watch the game. And I know for the 49ers, there's a bar off of Parker and Havana. There's like a pizza place there, and that is a chapter of the faithful who will watch the 49ers games. And I always tell myself like, oh yeah, I'd like to go. And then I work every Sunday, so it's like, why, you know, like, that's not going to happen for me. But thankfully the 49ers get way too many night game slots. A lot of primetime games. So I usually get to watch them if I'm not tired.
The feast never ends.
I see you have returned. Lord Harkon will be pleased. You met Stulf and Salonia, I assume? Lord Harkon and I suspected they might follow you there. As well you should have. Welcome to the politics of Lord Harkon's court. Vingalmo and Orthiolf both long for our Lord's throne, but cannot make overt moves against him. Each sought to gain power by using his underling to kill you and keep the chalice for himself. By ensuring the chalice reaches our Lord, you have increased his power over them, and at the same time, deprived them of their little pets. You've done Lord Harkon two great services. Take what you've learned to heart, and be careful who you trust. Now, I believe that Lord Harkon wishes to speak with you.
When you lived in Tulsa, there's a Packers place. Yeah, that's good. There's like a catalog. There's like an online listing for them. But honestly, I've never been social enough to care for that. I prefer to watch games at home.
Ah, you are here. Good. Yes, I did. When I told you that I was grateful for my daughter's safe return, I told the truth. But I did not tell you everything.
I forgot to tell you, I don't like my daughter at all.
Good. Strong instincts and a cunning mind will serve you as well as blade, spell, or claw. As you know, vampires are powerful, but we have limits. Our great enemy is the sun. And until recently, it's an enemy we've had no way to fight. For centuries, I searched for an answer to this problem. I found an old prophecy written by a moth priest. Those scholars who read the Elder Scrolls. The prophecy tells of a time in which vampires will gain power over the sun and will no longer fear its tyranny. I believe the secret to unraveling that prophecy is written in Serana's Elder Scroll. I have ordered the court to assemble. I have a new task for us all to carry out, and that includes you. Come now, and hear my proclamation.
Oh, time for yapping. Listen to his speech.
Scions of the night, hear my words. The prophesied time is at last upon us. Soon we will claim dominion over the sun itself and forge a new
Yeah, you don't let. We'll see. I like going out. I like going out to concerts.
Now that I have
Oh, he's walking
reclaimed
again.
one of my Elder Scrolls, we must
I
find
like
a
going
moth
out,
priest to read it.
but
I have spread false rumors about the discovery
it's a lot of trouble.
an Elder Scroll in Skyrim.
And it's expensive.
To lure a moth priest here. Now it is time to see if those
I like to
efforts
save
have
money.
borne fruit. Go forth and search the land for rumors of a moth priest within our borders. Look to the cities. Speak to innkeepers, carriage drivers, anyone who would meet a traveler. Go now, and carry out this task. This is my command.
Any idea how you're going to find a moth priest? Skyrim's a pretty big
yeah,
place.
like I have an Elder Scroll in my pocket, and so does Serana. Yeah. And you know they must be rarer in the lore. Actually, Doc, you are an Elder Scrolls player, right? How many Elder Scrolls are there? Are there a lot?
Well, back before the College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds
There
of
are
things that people
oh
probably
okay.
shouldn't know
There are as
about.
many as you need. I see.
Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with
I
you.
see. They're just
I've been really wanting
MacGuffins.
to get out and explore a bit.
And now she's our follower.
He'd sent for both of us. How awkward for you.
Oh no, I'm not worried about being a victim of crime. I think it's just a pain in the butt going out. I mean, I used to be a bus driver. I used to be a bus driver, man. I don't, I'm not scared of the public. Oblivion was the first one with them. Wait, are you telling me there were 3 games in a series called Elder Scrolls and there's no Elder Scrolls in them? The scrolls had no plot importance until Oblivion.
This must be the
Wow.
beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
That is... I don't know how to feel about that. That's a little bit insane. I was about to say that's like Call of Duty without duty. And I don't really know. That sounds weird to me. Oh yeah, there's some symptoms. Uh-huh. Yeah. Can be tough. Well, isn't I'm trying to think of the other Elder Scrolls, and I don't really know much about them. Um. Oh, and now I'm a blood-starved vampire. Oh God. Does that mean everyone hates me now? I thought they got rid of that for the DLC.
We have survived difficult times. There are better mages for it.
Like, I know Oblivion is about the Oblivion Crisis. Morrowind is about
Don't like those eyes you've got. There's a bad hunger to them.
I'm not sure what it's about, to be honest. Arena, you rescue the Emperor. Daggerfall, you find a thing that is the key. Morrowind, you're just some criminal for a mission, and then Oblivion, the Emperor's dead. I see. I actually ordered Oblivion again. I remember, I think I told you where there was a problem with my shipments, and it never came in the mail, so I had to order it again. Yeah, headphones. Headphones are really good in public. Good body language. Knowing how to interact with people is also pretty good. 400 years later, the Empire's dying.
I'm not one for commendations, but I might have lost everything that matters, so thanks.
Yeah, good music. Gloomy Mail 2. Well, I think regular mail shouldn't be too bad. But packages, I'm definitely worried about packages. As long as they fit in my mailbox, my mail guy is usually pretty okay. But anything larger than the mailbox that he has to leave out, I'd rather ship it to a different address. Let's see here. I need to find a moth priest.
A moth priest? What in Oblivion do you need a moth priest for? Fine. No need to get your britches in a twist. The obvious answer is to go to the Imperial City. The moth priests make their home in the White Gold Tower. Sometimes they go out looking for Elder Scrolls. Lucky for you, there's a moth priest in Skyrim right now, doing just that. He stopped in to do some research in the library, then left for Dragonbridge. If you hurry, you might catch him there.
Well, that was easy. Oh, you've gotten the photos with the wrong address visible in them. Yeah, that's happened to us too. Yeah, and it's really rough because they'll just deliver to the completely wrong building, and I'm just like, come on, dude. But the new mail guy started putting our names on our mailboxes, and it's helped. It's helped with the fake deliveries, messed up deliveries, because at least it has a name to reference. Only time you go is to watch Marvel or video game movies. I haven't been to the movie theaters since... What was the last movie I saw? I believe Long Legs. Nicolas Cage Long Legs last year. I think that was the last one I saw. Oh, and I think we still have Dragon's Bridge from our quest with the Dark Brotherhood. If I could get my cursor on it. Come on. There you go. Yeah, and I've done international letters, and they're very reliable. International packages, not so much, but regular mail in an envelope should be pretty good. They've ironed out those systems very well. Doc, are you just getting the gloomy checky? Then you should be getting yours pretty soon.
If it isn't the slayer of the Glenmoral witches, how can I assist you, companion? Everything's all... Ah, he rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop. Just headed south across the Dragon Bridge.
That movie was really bad. Yeah, I don't trust Marvel movies anymore. They used to be like decent popcorn movies, and now they're just a little too samey for me. Nice rabbits. You know, every time I find a note in Skyrim, I wonder what the literacy rates are in these types of games. Because you don't really see any schools, do you? Well, I guess the College of Winterhold, but that doesn't seem like a school, you know what I mean? I wonder if people have elementary schools. Now, what's kind of funny is I remember, you know, I've played Skyrim a ton. I think everyone has. If you try to play this DLC early, when you get to the point of the quest where you need the Elder Scrolls, it will kick you into the quest for the Elder Scroll just like the main campaign does. Dog. I always, you know, usually I pick the Dawn Guard. So seeing Dawn Guard dogs, kind of weird. Wow, that guy went flying. I do love how their stuff looks though. Like the Dawn Guard armor, pretty nice. What is this? I'll take that. Oh good, we feeded.
By the divines, it's as if my eyes have been opened. I am blinded by the light of your majesty.
Serrano?
I must obey you. What would you have of me, master?
Oh yeah, babies crying. Babies crying is a terrible sound.
Where can I find this castle?
It is awful.
I will set out at once then.
Yeah, that's one of the worst sounds in existence. What do we get? $15. Telekinesis. Cool. Not worth it at all. Cool. See, now I remember this section here. I think we have to get another Elder Scroll. Yeah, no, we have to get the other Elder Scroll after this, right? Right. Kind of forgetting where I am in the storyline. You don't want kids, you got snipped? Yep, my tattoo artist got snipped as well. He got cut last year.
You come from? Done and done.
Wow, I love being ambushed. I had my controller down on my lap and everything.
Now you'll pay.
There we go. And you can see our health is not regenerating. Oh yeah, I've heard the stories of women wanting to get their tubes tied, and doctors will just be like, nah, what if you want kids? And it's like, wow. Doctors being doctors. Okay, more cutscenes, basically.
Do you need something? Well done. Somehow I knew it would be you and Serana who found our moth priest. Yes, I see that. I trust his capture was not too difficult a task.
Surprised you weren't at the last meeting with our Lord Vincalmo. Too busy plotting to overthrow him to show up?
I wish I could have been there to hear the sounds of their screams. Well, your thrall awaits, and we have given him the Elder Scroll. Command him to read it, and let us hear the words of prophecy together.
There you are.
Master, I have done as you asked and traveled here. course. What is it that you need me to do?
I read this book, please.
Ah, yes, the Elder Scroll. I admit, I am looking forward to this. Of course, Master. Now, if everyone will please be quiet, I must concentrate. I see a vision before me, an image of a great bow. I know this weapon. It is Oriel's bow. Now a voice whispers, saying, among the night's children, a dread lord will rise. In an age of strife, when dragons return to the realm of men, darkness will mingle with light, and the night and the day will be as one. The voice fades and the words begin to shimmer and distort. But wait, there is more here. The secret of the bow's power is written elsewhere. I think there is more to the prophecy, recorded in other scrolls. Yes, I see them now. One contains the ancient secrets of the dragons, and the other speaks of the potency of ancient blood. My vision darkens, and I see no more. To know the complete prophecy, we must have the other two scrolls.
More Elder Scrolls. Oh my god. Yeah, some states are crazy right now.
That was not as useful as I would have liked. Even so, you did well. My traitor wife stole one of them away and then disappeared. As for the other, the last that I heard, it was lost in the bowels of a Dwemer ruin. It seems our work is not yet done. But I have waited this long, and we are so very close now. I can wait a bit longer.
I wonder if do we get the Blood Elder Scroll first, or do we get... I guess we have to get the Blood Elder Scroll first. Serana, wow, you were just sitting?
Hello there.
Do you have a moment to talk?
Yes.
That moth priest, Dexian. He said we needed 2 other Elder Scrolls. I think I know where we can start looking. Didn't want that lot getting wind of it. Especially my father. It's not a question of trust. He's just obsessed with the prophecy. And from what I could tell, 1,000 extra years of obsession haven't made him any better. I should have found him a hobby. I don't even think he sees me as his daughter anymore. I'm just... a means to an end.
Damn, if she got him into Gunpla, he would have been alright. It's actually banned in other countries. I didn't know
I need
that.
to find my mother, Valerica. She'll definitely know where it is. And if we're lucky, she actually has it herself. The last time I saw her, she said that she'd go somewhere safe. Somewhere that my father would never search. Other than that, she wouldn't tell me anything. But the way she said it, someplace he would never search. It was cryptic, yet she called attention to it.
You know, I think it's really weird where it's like, I want you to know where I am, and I gave you a really obvious hint that if you thought about it, you could figure it out. But I don't want to tell you directly because I don't trust you or something. I don't know. Why wouldn't she just tell her, like, hey, go to my room. My portal is there. Really, I don't know why they go through the effort.
Maybe. What I can't figure out is why she said it that way. Besides, I can't imagine a single place my father would avoid looking. And he's had all this time, too. Any ideas? Wait, that almost makes sense. I used to help my mother tend a garden in the courtyard here. All of the ingredients for our potions came from there. She used to say that my father couldn't stand the place. Too peaceful. Oh, absolutely. But my mother's not a coward. That is, I don't think we'll actually trip over her there, but it's worth a look.
You know, I always wonder if you have, like, a castle, right? And you're immortal, and you've been living there for thousands of years. You wouldn't actually, like, go into every room, right? Like, there would definitely be rooms where you're like, oh, that closet, I haven't been in there in like 1,000 years. But I get the vibes. You know, I kind of get what they're going for.
Trust me, I lived here a very long time and I know every nook and cranny. There's an unused inlet on the northern side of the island that was used by the previous owners to bring supplies into the castle. An old escape tunnel from the castle exits there. I think that's our way in. Come on, it's just around the side.
Ow. Sorry about that. Hit my leg.
Yes?
Arkin also had a Chudrate moment too. What, did he chud out and break part of the castle or something? Or he did, right? I think. You'll see in the garden. Right. Yeah, I remember that. You'd say Dark Phoenix was bad. I don't know. I've watched, I think I watched the second Thor movie. That's about it. I don't really watch. I know Marvel doesn't really interest me. Something about planning out your movies as entire arcs over multi-year media franchises. It just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing of modern media, that it comes with the expectation of a sequel, especially like big productions. Definitely makes things like really bad.
It is big, but well, even bigger. Who's there? I knew I heard something.
You never liked Jean Grey? Marvel's better than DC. I don't know about that. I don't think I'd say that, because I definitely think that DC has better single movies. Like here, let me draw this out. So like if we were to say like Marvel, right? And I think Marvel movies are very consistent, right? They're going to be along this line where they're like,
yes?
they're okay, right? Even a bad Marvel movie is pretty okay, right? And then DC, okay, DC does this. They have like a really good movie, and then they have like a lot of really bad movies. And then they have a really good movie, and then it continues. So you'll have like Batman, right? Up here, and it's like a really, really good movie. And then you, down here, you have like, you know, like Man of Steel. And you're like, oh my goodness. Right? So I think DC usually has more potential. More potential to be good. The only heroes you like are Batman and Wonder Woman. I did like the old Wonder Woman movie. I don't think I've seen the sequel for it. Man of Steel's fighting words for certain fans. I mean, I didn't think it was terrible, but it wasn't like, it wasn't good. I wouldn't consider it good.
Yes? What did you mean?
You know, I'd rather watch like Superman 3 than watch Man of Steel. DC has better villains. Well, I don't know. I think maybe they just got lucky with certain castings in their movies. You know, there have been some very iconic DC villain castings.
Who's there?
I hate these dogs. There you go. All right. Is that another dog? Of course, it's another dog. Although I remember I used to play Injustice. I played Injustice around the time Man of Steel came out. And I actually bought the General Zod DLC. Because I liked Zod. Zod is cool. Right? I know Zod was in that other Superman movie. Oh, Captain Marvel. I heard decent things about that one.
Who's there? Yes? What did you need?
You know, I think my big problem with superhero movies right now is that superhero movies need to understand that we already know what a superhero is. I'm tired of origin stories. I don't want to see an origin story for Superman again. Or an origin story for Batman again. Which I think is why the most recent Batman movie with Pattinson, The Batman, I thought that was so good because it is Batman Year 2. It was like, alright, we know you know who Batman is. We're gonna respect your time and just give you the movie. And I quite like that. I think that was great.
This leads out to the courtyard. Just head for the door.
You know, and I think it also helps cut out a lot of fluff. Because anytime you're having a story where the superhero is learning about their powers and doing all this, and I'm like, we could have more story as opposed to a coming of age thing, you know?
You've made it to the courtyard.
Oh no.
What happened to this place?
Oh, you put on your hat.
Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks, well, dead. It's like we're the first to set foot here in centuries. This used to lead into the castle's great hall. Looks like my father had it sealed up. I used to walk through here after evening meals. It was beautiful once. This was my mother's garden. Do you know how beautiful something can be when it's tended by a master for hundreds of years? She would have hated to see it like this. Wait.
Wait.
Something's wrong with the moon dial here. Some of the crests are missing and the dial is askew.
No, a Clayface coming out, Mario movie with a sequel. This is gonna sound a little silly, but I guess I still need to watch the FNAF 2. Still need to watch that movie. Oh my. Never thought I'd be saying that.
I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial.
Oh, if only there was a strong protagonist to solve all these puzzles for me.
They'd run right under the courtyard and into the tower ruins.
Well, see, Doc.
Well, at least we're getting closer.
You know,
let's go.
Like those ancient Nordic doors with the dragon claws that you have to open.
This must be that beautiful
and they just have
Skyrim
3
wall
letters on them, or 3 symbols, and somehow they're the hardest. They're the like impenetrable locks, impossible to figure out. Hempy, hello. Hey, Hempy. How was your day? I couldn't catch your stream. I was at work. And it was too busy to watch, but I saw it was the last stream of 2025 for you. Happy weekend? Yes, it is my Friday. Thank God. Thank God. I got home and I took a fat nap. The nap devil put his hands all over me.
I've never even seen this part of the castle before. Be careful. I know it might be around. Who's there? Done and done.
You played Who's Leela, and it was awesome until the edible hit. Holy shit.
We're getting close.
Did you just have a meltdown when the edible hit? Or did you have to like end stream? Spider-Man Brand New Day. Avengers Doomsday. Michael Jackson. Ooh. Oh right, yeah, there is a Michael Jackson movie. I did see that. I want to watch one of the Spider-Man animated movies. I think they'd be really charming. You got confused, but you powered through. Well, that's good. You didn't like take way too much, did you? Yeah. Oh no, this brownie ain't shit. And then you take another bite. Nah, but you're usually pretty good. I feel like you usually know your limits pretty well. No, never. No, that would never happen to me. Yeah, today was a snow day for me. And snow days at work are always really, really kind of crappy. So when I got home, I watched Hellraiser 6. I took a nap. I just kind of, I don't know, I had all these plans when I got home. I was like, oh, I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to be so productive. My parents are going to visit tomorrow. And then none of that happened, by the way. None of that happened. I just fell asleep on the couch. Yeah, no, well, the Venom movie is straightforward, because Venom is a hero in that. But I do know what you mean about the Joker movie. The first Joker movie was pretty alright. I did enjoy it. You took a couch nap, and it messed you up? Oh. Are you working tomorrow, Hempy? You know, I was supposed to work New Year's Day. No work till Friday? No work till Friday. I don't know when my parents are gonna be gone. But if it's still midday-ish, Battlefield? Yeah, we knew I was gonna say Battlefield. Oh, that's her gargoyle. Whoops. Sorry. Has it gotten better since the last update? I actually don't know. I don't know. I sure hope it has. Smile. And if not, you know, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. You know, we could always play like squad game modes, just like smaller game modes. Even though Deadpool and Wolverine are anti-heroes. There's always Black Ops 6. I don't have Black Ops 6. I don't want to install that virus onto my computer again. That's just painful. I couldn't do that. You know, I do have my friend at work. The enemies are taking the hard point. You know, I went back and I read that I watched that VOD again.
This has to be it. I knew she
and I was kind of thinking about messing with you. I was like, I'm gonna post Hempy's KD in the games. And then I watched the VOD and I couldn't even do it. I couldn't even watch my own VOD. I was like, oh my god, how did I play this? I'd be mad. Yeah, I was in a mean mood. I think that was during your crash out arc when you were like going you were like, oh, I keep hurting myself by playing this game.
Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone. You found her journal. Let me take a look at it. I only know what she had a theory about soul gems. The soul cairn. My mother spent a lot of time trying. That circle in the center of the room. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn.
All games before I joined were good. You don't have to lie, Hempy. You don't have to lie. I noticed your conversations of like, I was playing Black Ops 6. Now I'm not playing Black Ops 6. Now I'm, you know, and I'm like, I've been there before. Actually, I found something embarrassing. I went on my PlayStation 5, and my PS5 actually lists like all your game hours. And they started in the PS4 era. Do you want to take a guess for how many hours I have in Destiny 2 on the PS4? Just throw out a number. It's gonna be a lot. Just throw out a number. When I was playing Infamous 1, were you just playing through single player or doing trophy hunting? No, I was just doing regular, just a fresh playthrough. Yeah, I don't really do trophy hunting. I don't do trophy hunting at all. Okay. So on Steam PC version, Destiny 2, I have 900 hours. Okay? But I did most of my gaming on the PS4. I have 2,700 hours on the PS4. $2,700 hours. You beat the single player on hero mode. Oh no. I think Infamous is way too. It's too hard. Too hard. I like to have fun with my games.
Any luck yet? You did? Let me see them. I only know what... She had a theory about the soul cairness. My mother spent a lot of time trying to... That circle, if I'm reading this right, there's a handful of soul... Oh, damn it. We're also going to need a sample of her Anyway, enough of that. Oh, definitely. Mother would have plenty of those materials in her laboratory. You just need to find them.
No, I think, if anything, Infamous 1, I might lower the difficulty. Because I think normal mode, you just die too quick if you're not in cover. And honestly, when I'm streaming, I'm not paying attention to the game as much as if I was playing on my own. So I feel the need to play it on an easier mode, just in case. Yeah, I'm not proud of playing, 3,500 hours of Destiny. Not proud of that at all. But I do have a Destiny tattoo on my leg, and I feel like that is my my mark of shame.
Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this... Okay, here goes.
I remember this was so cool the first time I saw this happen.
By the blood of my ancestors. She actually did it. Created a portal of the soul care. Incredible.
That's still such a cool effect. I love that. Yeah. Sometimes I think about reinstalling Destiny 2 on PS4 to, like, see what my old equipment was. And then I just realized, I was like, I don't even want to dig up that stuff. Oh, I don't even want to go back there. You like platinums? I only have 2 platinums. I have the platinum for Bloodborne, and the platinum for Rogue Flight, which was completely accidental. But no, usually games are very disrespectful with their platinum trophies. And my friend is definitely, he's one of them. He's one of those people. He's like, oh, I want to play Resident Evil 4 on professional and get the S rank. And I'm like, that's insane. That's insane. How do you,
The air, the ground, this is all wrong.
never gonna get GTA 5 platinum? Yeah, I understand that. Bone Man. These are not skeletons. These are bone men. Purposefully avoiding the guy who has the dialogue with the horse, because I don't want to talk to him. You Platinum 3 and Vice City, I feel like those would be much more straightforward. Much more straightforward than any modern GTA. I feel like even GTA 4 would be a real pain in the ass to do. Me jogging through the afterlife. Brisk walk. Oddly enough, not the first time the Dragonborn has been into another dimension. San Andreas 100% is bugged. I believe that. Yeah, I heard the remaster wasn't very good, unfortunately. Come on, Serana, hurry it up. There we go.
Mother!
Can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I
Serana?
can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
Oh, she wants to talk with us.
How has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter?
Damn, she's a vampire racist? That's crazy. I'm keeping her safe.
Safe? You call bringing her here safe? Has she explained nothing to you? Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle
Oh, she's
Volkmar,
walking too.
I fled
She has a
with
walk
two
animation
Elder
too.
Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon.
Was
Ariel.
buggy and they updated it.
The second scroll declares that
Better than the
blood
originals.
of Cold Harbor's will blind the eye of the dragon.
Okay, so when I played San Andreas the first time, I did play it on PC. At my cousin's house in maybe 2010. Maybe I was younger than that. Maybe like 2008-ish. Yeah, no, but I played them first on PC. So for me, memories of PC San Andreas to the remake San Andreas, no discernible difference. Now maybe, maybe you did play console, so you do notice something better.
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molag Bal.
Molag
Tradition
Bal.
dictates the females be offered to Molag Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Wow, getting raped by God to be a vampire. That is crazy.
Now you're beginning to
Pretty
see
crazy.
why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible. If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's
PC
blood was used
and
to taint
didn't have didn't have achievements. Yeah, but achievements never.
in his
I never
eyes,
get a game for the
she'd be
achievements.
dying for the good of all vampires.
I've never really cared for that.
And how exactly do you plan on completing the prophecy without the death of my daughter? If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plan?
She thinks I can't throw hands with Harkon and win. SMH.
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. You see the tyranny of the sun as your chance at deification. And like Harkon, you won't hesitate to destroy anything that stands in your path.
Yes, they did have the originals. Now, they might have them back under the PlayStation's classic catalog. Maybe. But you need the subscription for that, so maybe not.
Serana? This stranger may call himself a vampire, but he knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to him?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic.
So my new webcam is coming in pretty soon.
Yes,
Should be here Tuesday or Wednesday.
He's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes
So
me
I might be able to do the wonderful analog restoration stream.
Only open your eyes. The moment your father
That'd be pretty cool.
discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't
See,
know
I
if we
prefer
can.
keeping my old save files,
Maybe we don't deserve
but
that kind of
like
happiness.
trophies,
Maybe it isn't for
although I
us.
do admit they're kind of nice.
We have to stop him.
The originals aren't
Before he
there.
goes
I
too
see.
far. And to do
I
that,
see.
we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana.
It is kind of
I
fun
didn't
since
know.
I started playing all my old games.
I've allowed
Wow,
my
I'm going into the idle animation.
to a stranger's
Holy shit, that's how much they're yapping.
Forgive me.
Since I've gone into
The Elder Scroll.
play more of my old games, I've been getting more
Your
trophies
intentions are
on
still
my old
somewhat
stuff.
unclear to me. But for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can. Yes, I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins. You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down. One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
She doesn't know. He doesn't know I'm the Dragonborn.
Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Nintendo doesn't have achievements. Yeah, I could see Nintendo. Well, Nintendo hates people. I know my friend was very upset. He was very, very, very upset that Nintendo or Pokemon or whoever ruined the national Dex or something, the Pokédex, because he was really into that. He had like all the GameStop event Pokemon. He had all that all that stuff. And you know, I'm not a huge Pokemon fan. I've played it, you know, I've played most of them. But I've like,
Who's there?
you know, I was like 10. I feel like that doesn't really count. Battlefield 4 was your first platinum. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't think that doesn't sound too hard, although there might be some multiplayer stuff in there, which would be a little bit upsetting. I always hate the multiplayer trophies. I know 7th gen console games used to have those way too often. Yes. Keeper. Has multiplayer trophies, but there's no co-op. I see. Well, I remember back in the day. Oh, Dragonbone battle axe. Oh, these are from Dawnguard. Right. Back in Battlefield 3, I played it on the PS3. And that's where I learned how to fly a helicopter in Battlefield. Because there was this one co-op mission. And the co-op mission was there has to be one pilot and one gunner. And you better know how to fly, because you gotta hustle. And I played them. Holy moly. And I think I got the co-op stuff, Spec Ops, done with that. And I'm trying to remember why we did it. I think there was a gun. I think there was a gun you get when you do it. Yeah, the ego. I mean, you could have gone on like I know people make fun of Reddit, but Reddit is a pretty good tool for finding like co-op people. You know, just like LFG, someone for the trophies. And I think it's a lot better than like finding a Discord. Because Discords can be weird. You join a game Discord and you're like, oh, we'll help you with blank. Like when I did the RuneScape one for the Shield of Erev, I joined a Discord server, and it was like, you know when you join a server and the vibes are just a little weird and you're just like, ooh, I don't know about this. And I was like, hey, can anyone swap shields with me or swap artifacts, whatever the quest was. Where you had to complete them on hard. See, but they're not that, they weren't that bad. At least I didn't think so. I should do the Battlefield, I should do the Battlefield 3 campaign on stream. I feel like that'd be a good, like, slop game. Dragonbone Mace. It's made of bones. I'll take that. Hell yeah, I don't even have to make the dragon weapons. I could just have them. Well, it's a mace. Do I want to use a mace? It's alright. We could use a mace. I think the last guy has a great sword or something. Yeah, your friend's skill. Well, that's always the problem, right? Why is it giving me the quest marker over here? I know when I played Resident Evil 5 with my friend is much better at the game than me. And he was like, no, we'll play on professional. No, I got you, don't worry. And then I'd die over and over, and he's like, come on, I know you're a gamer. And I'm like, alright, dude, you need to chill out. You need to chill out. I'm not playing this game on fucking professional. This doesn't seem right. Or is there another? Oh, there's another tower. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, so we got the skull. We got the horse's skull, so we could get the summon horse. Kusev, hello.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
I gotta say, I feel like the game is running better than normal. And I think that might be the resolution we're playing at. Alright, teleporter. Nice. Oh, you have a bow. Oh, don't. Wait. Can I drop down here? I can. Hello, snacks. Dragon bone bow. Nice. You prefer to play game co-op by yourself? Oh, that's a tough challenge. Skyrim looks scrunched up today. Skyrim is being played on my CRT today. I was wondering, I was like, should I go back to HD or should I just ball it out at 480i for my CRT? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. 4x3 Skyrim, we let it go. We let it go. We're not missing anything. Yeah, no, I was like that with Destiny. You know, I would solo Nightfall Strike just so I didn't have to do the matchmaking. You know, actually, this is a decent time to talk about my capture device. Where's my remote? There it is. So I'm actually using a retro tink, and I managed to upgrade it. I installed the update files to it, and it gave me a lot more features on it. And I gotta say that they're mostly pretty freaking good. So let me look at this, which, you know, it's got a little bit of motion there. Okay, and then I'll press the button here. Am I pressing the right button?
The barrier should be gone now.
There we
Let's
go.
head back.
So this is what the main menu looks like now. Okay.
I can't believe we found my mother.
And it actually lets you mess around with some of the things here. So the de-interlacer that I'm using, I use the motion adaptive one, which is, you know, fine. There is one that is like, makes it look a little different, right? But if the timing of the individual frames is kind of bad, some of these don't work that well. And I think motion adaptive looks the best.
I can't believe we found my mother alive.
Serana, you need to chill out, girl. You can turn on scan lines if you want the retro look, which Honestly, I think they look terrible. I think scanlines look really, really bad. But I know they look good for certain types of games. Like I think like fighting games, old fighting games look really nice on them.
I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone.
Where's the sampling, right? So you can actually set it to widescreen. Old CRTs, some of them did have widescreen. We'll leave that on slow. Yeah, there's a lot that this little capture card can do, and it's usually really nice. It even lets you do stuff that you probably shouldn't be able to do. But I do think it's really nice. Scaling.
I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone.
Yeah.
The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
What's our frame rate right now? We are running at 59.94, so we're running at full NTSC. And there's our retro tank. Wonderful. Yeah. So that's what I use.
I don't think I could be doing this alone.
I would recommend it, although they are pricey.
You managed to destroy all 3 keepers? Very impressive. Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
No. No, a dragon? Me dealing with a dragon? That would never happen. Also, snacks, isn't it like super late for you? Did you take another fat nap? Oh, well, zombies is easier solo. Certainly. You woke up half an hour ago. That is crazy. I'm pretty sure this dragon is not worth using Dragon Rend on, because he'll just land naturally. Woke up at 4 a.m. I woke up at 4 a.m. as well this morning. So I'm getting a little tired. Man, usually he lands by now. You woke up at 3? Jeez. I wish. Bonk. Yeah, zombie solo is definitely easier.
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon. Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken.
You know, I don't understand how she says volumes have been written about this dragon when, number one, dragons are legend. Number two, he is a dragon in the hell dimension. How does anyone write about him? You're the Dragonborn. Well, that too, right?
The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere's physical form while he reconstitutes himself. Minutes, hours, years. I can't even begin to guess.
Oh, she's pacing
I
around.
suggest we don't wait around to find out. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll, and you can be on your way.
Come on, she's leading us to the scroll.
Serana, I don't need your narration, girl. I know where she's leading us. Nice box. Custom Elder Scrolls box.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way.
I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way. I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun to fruition. I appreciate your concern. Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted.
Wow.
No matter what he promises, he'll deceive you in order to get what he wants. And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. Which is the only thing of value I have left.
The sooner we get the scroll home, the sooner we deal with
Okay. Man, I hope this dragon doesn't come back. That'd be crazy if it did. You know, it must suck trying to get some sleep in the hell dimension because there's so much lightning. Actually, a ton of lightning. I hope no one steals my dragon souls. No, we're good. We're good.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin.
Another dragon that won't shut up. Oh, the dragons love to talk. Bronco, have a good night. Thank you for stopping in.
Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life. I believe in civility among seasoned warriors. And I find your ear worthy of my words. My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle.
That's because you're a dragon, dude.
I therefore honor name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue.
How about Arctic? Can you call me that?
Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you. For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the Ideal Master. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. If I ventured far from, I will place my name with you and grant you
The dialogue between you and him before you're Dragonborn are funny. Wait.
Do me this simple honor,
Can...
and I will fight at your side.
Oh, you can, right? Yeah, you can talk to him before you're Dragonborn.
And teach you my
what does he say? Is he like, he's like, you're really crazy for a regular dude? Or what does he say?
Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right.
Oh, he knows, but he doesn't want to say it? Okay. That's kind of funny. He doesn't know either, he forgot. Summon my undead ass dragon. Nice. Actually, do I have to unlock his thing? Oh, you do. You do have to unlock it. I see. We have 14 dragon souls. Why not? I think you have to use it a couple times before it actually works or something. I don't remember how it actually goes. But we have the horse's skull too, so we got to make sure to talk to that dude on our way out of here. So, you know, I spoke with my friend yesterday, and he's the one who I recommended him Signalis, and he bought the game, and then he hasn't played it for like half a year. And oh, this guy's over here. Damn, this guy better not be that far. You know what? He's too far. Fuck that guy. Whatever. Your horse is gonna stay in hell. No one cares about your horse. Recently, of course, we know we have the Steam sale. And he was asking me, he was like, well, you know, what should I get on the Steam sale? And I was like, oh, I don't really know. And I said, hey, you know, I know you're a gun nut. Why don't you get Beyond Citadel? And he was like, I don't know about that. You know, because I know he's into guns, but I don't know if he's into like the game's vibes, you know what I mean? And but no, he told me the other day, he says, oh yeah, I actually bought it. And I was like, cool. Into the effects the guns leave on the body. Well, kinda. I mean, you know, he is I hate to say it, but he is playing Tarkov again. He says he's back on that Tarkov grind. And I'm like, oh man. And I thought I had a problem. So hopefully Citadel, you know, kind of resets the Tarkovness. I own it. I own Tarkov. I don't know when I'd ever play it because I used to play it and I was like, wow, this game is miserable. And then everyone says, that's the point. And I was like, that's really stupid. So of course, once you discover this layer, there is a fast travel marker to get to this room, which is pretty convenient. Doc, you used to play it? Oh my goodness. I don't know. Maybe I'll play it one day again. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm into that sort of thing anymore. I think it's okay to move on from a genre. Okay, so we're gonna talk with our moth priest. And then I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. Because I'm at a point where I'm getting a little bit tired. SPT mod. Yeah, the single player mod. Yeah. You're in a coffin.
Yes, how may I serve you, my lord? I'm afraid I won't be able to help you with the scrolls any longer, my lord. Please, do not be angry with me. I'm afraid in my haste to read the first scroll, I neglected the time I needed to prepare. The failure is purely mine to bear. As you can see from my bandages,
frame rate.
It's not that I am unwilling, it's that I am physically unable.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, please, my lord. Please, forgive me.
Man, it's like the audio's coming through and then the video's catching up later. That's weird.
If only such a miracle existed, I'd overcome the impossible in order to secure it, if it meant pleasing you. Although I would gladly die by your hand, perhaps I could offer an alternative way to read the scrolls.
Serana, I swear to God.
Oh, thank you, my lord. Thank you. Scattered across Tamriel are secluded locations known only as Ancestor Glades. There's one in Skyrim in the Pine Forest. Performing the ritual of the Ancestor Moth within the glade should provide the answers you seek. It involves carefully removing the bark from a canticle tree, which will in turn attract ancestor moths to you. Once enough of the moths are following, they'll provide you with the second sight needed to decipher the scrolls. In keeping with tradition, you must use a specific tool in the Ancestor Glade, an implement known as a draw knife. Every moth priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. You should consider yourself fortunate if it works for you. From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy.
Okay. Cool.
Fortune smile upon you, my lord.
Fortune smile upon you. Okay, let me get over to a good place to save. Come on. Come on, game. Help me out. There we go. Okay, so we're all saved up. Thank you for joining me tonight. Honestly, I didn't think I'd get to this long. I thought it'd be like a really short one, but no, it was pretty nice. Next time I'll be back. I'll be doing back to full resolution. You know, we'll bring it back 16:9, all that. Such a short streams. Sadness, yeah. Snacks, when are you streaming your Jump King? When is your Jump King stream? Sub 9 minute? We bought a new computer. Yeah, that face when 2009 you bought a flat screen TV. Next year, most likely. Yeah, true. Throwing my CRT in the trash. Oh yeah, lead glass. Don't worry, just throw it in the dumpster. No one's gonna know. But yeah, I think I'll probably talk with Hempy and play some Battlefield with her tomorrow, hopefully. And Gloomy starting Yakuza tomorrow, so I'm happy for that. Everyone have a good night. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you when I see you. Thank you for being here. Goodbye.